This is just a reminder to ask you to sign up for our Business Leaders Forum on the 1st of October in central London. We have a great speakers already lined up to attend, and come and meet your peers and enjoy the morning with us. Just use the link in the description to sign up now.
Good morning and welcome back to B for TV, your daily dose of industry information. Today we're going to be talking about Quay rent and demurrage, and Robert Windsor is here to tell us more. Good morning, Robert. How are you doing?
I'm very well. And yourself, Natalie?
Yes, all good, thank you.
Good.
So, for those who are not familiar with those terms, can you tell us more about Quay rent and demurrage?
Yes, certainly. They are two terms and they're linked, but they are subtly different. Key rent is usually the fee that is charged by a terminal operator or a port to a shipping line for goods left on their quay or terminal, and then the shipping line will on-bill that to the freight forwarder or whoever is doing, the customs entry and is going to collect it and that sort of thing. The second is demurrage, and that is actually a charge which the shipping line makes. And that is for, loosely, the easiest way to describe it is for the cost to the shipping line of losing the use of that container. And that's the easiest way to understand it. There are quite technical and legal definitions of it, but they are two linked but separate items.
Sure. So, why is Quay rent and demurrage relevant to a BIFA member?
Right. Where does it start from? Most bills of lading, if the member cares to read the back, will find a clause similar to the one that has gone up on the screen. And I think the key phrase for this is any person owning or entitled to possession of the goods or this bill of lading, and anyone acting on behalf of such a person. So that means the freight forwarder is obviously acting on behalf of their client in arranging this movement. Therefore, they become party to the contract of carriage, and therefore they are going to have to take some responsibility for key rent and or demurrage should something go wrong. Now, the other items that you see, the other phrases that you see sometimes on backs of bills of lading are things like booking party and terms like that, which even ties the BIFA member tighter to the contract of carriage than this. There is some controversy about certain elements of this, but in general terms, the shipping line takes the view that a freight forwarder is part of the contract.
Sure. So, I was just going to say, so on what basis is the member potentially liable? And that's where this kicks in.
Yes, it is. And it is quite something members should be aware of. I'm going to be honest and say I think too many members think once they've got the bill of lading back or something like that from the shipping line, that's it. But actually, the freight forwarder potentially has liability up until the time that freight has been removed from the quay and or terminal at destination.
Sure. So, more broadly, what is BIFA doing to raise the awareness of this more with our members?
Well, there's a variety of things. The first is obviously today. We have put an article in BIFA Link, I think it was a September one, and that is a description of what it is, like an article, and also there's quite a useful flow chart, a pictogram, I think we call it a snake, which shows it, and to show what to look out for, what are the danger points to consider. I'm going to be absolutely honest on this point. We do not get these queries where it's a proper groupage shipment, so it's going from agent to agent and there's multiple house bills of lading. Where we are getting these are on a single contract from BIFA member to a destination, or what we call back-to-backs, where there's one single house bill. Things to be very careful of, I think, are destination and the commodity and the value, because the lower the value, the higher the risk of this happening. We've also made a change in the 2025 Beef for STC. And what that does is increases the ability of the beef member to dispose of the goods quickly. And basically, once the beef member knows that the terminal charges and demurrage are coming to a figure close to the value of the goods, so long as they follow certain procedures and they maintain contact with the client and or the person who shipped the goods, that's when they have the right to sell. But that does mean that they're going to have to consider their own processes.
Sure.
Can I just give you an indication of what the size of the money is involved in this? The biggest one on my desk at the moment is $800,000, which is a substantial sum of money.
Yes.
You can negotiate with the shipping lines and usually can get that figure down. But we regularly get inquiries for amounts of $50,000 to $70,000. So this makes the monitoring of that freight being removed from the quay ever more important.
Absolutely. So overall, my final question is, how does this impact a member's business? And I know you just alluded to that.
I think it is. It's cost, it's administrative problems, and when you've got a very large bill, obviously it causes you financial problems.
Sure. Robert, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for your time.
As Robert mentioned, there is a detailed article in September's Beef Link magazine. We'll pop a link to that in the description below. That's all for today's episode of Beef for TV, your daily dose of industry information.
This is just a reminder to ask you to sign up for our Business Leaders Forum on the 1st of October in central London. We have great speakers already lined up to attend, and come and meet your peers and enjoy the morning with us. Just use the link in the description to sign up now.